Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you that how to upload multiple files to Firebase storage inside your Angular application using Angular Fire library. So this is a short little demo you can see here on your screen. So this is the interface, and if I just go to my directory where images are there, and let me go to documents and the slide shot here. If I drag drop here like this, you can see that if I drag drop, you will see the uploading process will start, and now you will see a short preview of the image which is uploaded to the Firebase storage. And you can even click on the download link to download the image that has been uploaded to Firebase. So this is a unique link that has given by Firebase to this image. You can also right click save this image onto your computer. So if I go back to Firebase console, and this is my Firestore. So basically we are storing the path of the image inside Firestore database, real-time database. So basically you will see that it will create this collection files, and inside this there is a document, and inside this field we have two fields: download URL, which is shown to you, and this is a path of the image where the image has been stored. If I go to the Firebase storage, you will find that this image is uploaded inside the test folder. If I open this folder, you will see this is the image which is uploaded. You can see that. So you can even upload multiple images at one time. So if I just refresh it here, so you will also see these pause, cancel, resume button is also there. Since the image was very less in size, so these buttons were not able to show up. So if you are uploading a large file, then that process will come here. You can even show a progress bar also, and these are the statistics. And if I just refresh it here, and now instead of choosing one file, I will choose 4 files, and now I will drag drop 4 files. You will see that, and at this concurrently these files will be uploaded. You can see that. So you can see that, guys, these 4 image files have been uploaded. If I refresh once again, you will see this Firebase storage will be updated to accommodate these 4 images. You will see if I go to the database, that uh, Firestore real-time database will also be updated. So inside this collections, you will see this is a second document, third document, holding all the paths. So this will be the short little application that we will be building in this tutorial. So all the source code for this video is given in the video description. You can go to my blog here. This is a full blog that I have written step by step. Instruction is given. So go to the video description and go to this blog. So I will follow this blog in this video. So go to this blog, and all the source code is embedded. So just copy paste it, and let's get started. So first of all, I will revert back all the changes that I have done inside the project. So basically I will go first of all to style.css, and let me just delete all this changes. So basically if I now refresh it, you will see all these style sheet are gone here. So basically these are styles that I have applied. Let me just delete this folder, upload task, and start from scratch. So if you go to the blog, step by step instruction is there, but in this video I will tell you that how to go about things. So now I will go back to app.module and delete all the dependencies which are there. So let me delete this. So if you create a new Angular project, I want that I should start from scratch so that you can better follow along with the tutorial. So let me also delete this, and also delete this. So first of all, as you can see on your screen, we have get some credentials from the Firebase console. So these credentials we will get from the actual Firebase console that you saw in the video. So let me also delete this directive which is responsible for drag and drop functionality. So let me delete all that stuff. So I think now we have this Angular 910 scratch app. So if you create it from scratch, you will get this directory structure. So now first and the foremost thing that we need to do, we need to install the dependency. So first of all, head over to command prompt. So just open a new directory here, a new command prompt directory inside your project. So I think I haven't opened it. So if I refresh it, you will see nothing is there. So it is blank, empty. So now if I go back to my directory here, this is a directory. So you need to install two dependencies, which is npm I angular @ angular / fire and firebase. So basically Angular Fire will be responsible for interacting with Firestore and uploading your images, and this Firebase library is required for this is also responsible for this project. So just install these two dependencies. After installing it, you also need to get some credentials from Firebase console. So go to your project settings after creating your account. So here inside this, just create a web app. I have already created it. So select this, and now you will get these options here. These options. You need to copy paste these options here. So, but first of all, you need to go to angular module.ts file. So I think this file is there inside the source directory, and inside the source directory you will find this file inside app directory, app.module.ts. So every time you need to fetch some dependency, you need to add this inside this file. So first of all, we will import it from @angular fire. So inside this we need to import one dependency, which is angular fire module. So import this, and also we need to import the angular fire storage module. So just write this line, angular fire / storage. So from this we need to import angular fire storage module. So import this module, and for this real-time database Firestore, we also need to import the angular firestore module. So angular /fire / firestore. So from this we also need to import angular this firestore module. So import this. So now you need to add this inside your imports array. So first of all, I will add angular fire storage module, and then we will be configuring angular fire module, and inside this there is a initialize method. Just let me just put a comma here. After it, put a comma, and inside this you need to pass those options. Let me just paste it. Sorry. So you need not have to copy paste this curly bracket. So just these options. So these options will be different for your project, so don't copy mine. So paste it here. So these is your API key, authorization domain, database URL, project ID, storage bucket, messaging sender ID, and app ID. And I think we also need to add this angular firestore module. So this we will add inside the providers, because this is a database service, angular firestore module. So if you go to my blog here, you will find this file. Instead of wasting time, you can just copy paste all this and replace with these with your values here. You can see that I think it is angular firestore, not module. So we need to update this. This needs to be angular firestore. So I think I need to update this to angular firestore. So now this file is complete. Now after this we need to copy paste the styles of whatever styles, global styles that we will need inside our styles.css. So paste it inside this file styles.css. So these are the global styles which will apply to all the components and directives which are there inside the application. So also close this file. So we are done. And now after this, if you follow the blog here, a instruction is there. We need to create a directive by executing this command, which is ng g directive drop zone. So go to your command prompt and execute this command. ng g directive drop zone. I think I have made a mistake here. So if you execute it, it will create a directive for you inside your root project. You will find this. So this hardly takes 5 to 10 seconds. So two files will be created. First will be a TypeScript file and second will be a HTML file. So just where it is creating it. So it is telling me that this, I think I haven't deleted this. This also needs to be deleted. So yeah, I can then now execute the same command. So now it will create this directive for me. So you will see that this has created this directive for me. So you will get this boilerplate code for the directives. You just need to copy paste the code which is there inside the block, copy it and here paste it. So basically inside this we are doing nothing. We are making some directive, we are making some custom directives. So if the file is dropped inside this module, there is an event which is fired here. So we are emitting some events here. Same goes for the drag over, drag leave, all these events which are browser events. So if someone has leave the browser or if someone has dropped some file inside the browser, so this directive is responsible for making sure that the file is uploaded. So after making this directive, what you need to do is that you need to make a separate component which will be responsible for uploading the file. So again go to the command prompt and execute this command, which is ngg component uploader. So now it will create this uploader component files here. So it will create this inside a separate folder which is uploader. So inside this you will find this app.component.html file. So inside this you need to copy this code here, so paste it here. So inside this component we are making use of a directive which we have created in the last step, which is drop zone. So it accepts these two properties which we have created in the directive. This is hovered and dropped. You can see that hovered and dropped. So this similar takes these events here, toggle, hover and on drop. So at this moment of time I can refresh the application. So basically it will tell me this upload task file is not there. Let me just delete it for now and refresh it, and it will compile it successfully. If I open this on my browser, you will see uh, our drag and drop components is ready here. So basically if I go to my images directory, let's suppose I drag a file here, you will see nothing will happen, but we have got the result. Now what we want is that uh, we need to go to app.component.ts file, and here what we want here is that we want to copy paste the code which is there outside it. This is the code, so copy it and paste it here, paste the code. So now we will, as you are seeing here, we are looping through the files which are there inside whatever files that we need to upload here. We are passing to a different component which is solely responsible for making a call to the Firestore, which is upload task. So now at this moment of time we need to create this component which is ng component upload task. So again, go to your command prompt and make this component. So I will highly recommend that you uh, make sure that you read the blog when you are watching the videos. So go to the blog and understand the code. So now you will see in the separate folder, you will see upload task is also created. Go to the HTML file of that component and paste the HTML code. So it will hold all the percentage, all the pause button. This will display the image. There is a download button also inside this component, you will see. And now what you will need to do, go to the TypeScript file here and paste the TypeScript code. This is a TypeScript code here. So copy it and paste it here. So basically inside this file, let me just elaborate what is happening. It is what is here, duplicate identifier. Oh, sorry guys, I haven't deleted the code which was previously there. So inside this file, what we are doing here is that we are communicating to the Firebase using Angular Fire. We are using the libraries which are, you can see that Angular Fire Storage and Angular Fire Upload Task, which are there inside Angular Fire. We are making the path here, you can see that dynamic path. We are using a date function, date.now, and then we are concatenating with the file name. So every time the image is uploaded, it will have a random name. After that, we are having the reference to the database, which is there inside this dot storage. And then we are making a task here, simple task of uploading this file. We are taking this percentage using this property, which is percentage changes. And then we are simply uploading this. So once the upload is completed, we are getting this download URL using this property, download URL. And lastly, we are once the file is uploaded, we are adding this part to the Firestore database. So basically this has two properties. First is the download URL and second is the path of the image. That's it. So I think the application is completed. So I think no more code is there. So I can test this application. So it is saying to us that uploader.component in context could not resolve. Let me just see. Just wait guys, what is the problem here? Oh, I think I haven't added this. So go to your this app dot inside app.component.html file. What is the error guys here? Let me compile it once again guys. Ng serve the command. So it is once again compiling it, so just wait. So the command is used is here ng serve. So the command is pretty simple, so just wait. App.module. So this is the problem guys, which is app component. uh, what can I do is that I can just here copy paste my code here, which is there of app module. Let me copy this code here and paste it. Sometimes these errors can take place. I don't know why it is taking place. Again, this is there. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. You can see the application is working, so you can go to the blog and download the source code.